right, well, unfortunately, here we are again this morning. First with Ian not too long ago, now with Nicole. Good morning, I'm Sean Parks, Lake County Commissioner and Chairman of the Board. I want to thank you for coming this morning and listening in, watching in. We're here at the Emergency Operations Center in Lake County. And of course, we are monitoring Tropical Storm, at this point, Tropical Storm Nicole. Joining me this morning is our fabulous team that we have with us, our Emergency Management Director, Megan Milanese, Lake County School Board Superintendent, Diane Cornegay, Animal Services Director, Whitney Boylston, has a special guest with us this morning, Chief Dickerson, Lake County Fire and Rescue, and Fred Schneider, Public Works, our county engineer. This is a wonderful team that we have here, and again, as I said with Ian, I have the utmost confidence in the people behind me and the staff and all of our first responders and how they're preparing for Tropical Storm, maybe Hurricane Nicole, and how it will impact Lake County. So I want to thank them. This is, of course, a time to be concerned. We know there's some anxiety, but it's also there's still time to get prepared. We are a very resilient community in Lake County. We're very, take pride in being prepared. There's still time to do that, and we will get through this. Tropical Storm Nicole is nearing hurricane force as it approaches the northwest Bahamas and is currently forecast to make landfall along the lower Treasure Coast within Martin or St. Lucie counties. Late this evening, it'll probably come in late this evening at or near a Category 1 hurricane strength as we know it at this moment. Nicole will bring a threat of dangerous, damaging winds and gusts with heavy, excessive rain. And the rain is something that we are particularly concerned about here in Lake County. River flood warnings are already in effect for all points along the St. Johns River, at least from Geneva to Astor, due to the remnant effects of Ian. So we still have some of that effects from the waters from Ian. Combined storm effects from Nicole will likely stall their decline or prompt a rise again. Emergency Operations Center is at level 1. Full activation is conducting 24-hour operations. Sandbag operations will continue at all 6 locations around the county until noon today. 2 shelter locations are open throughout Lake County. The latest Tropical Storm Nicole updates, including shelter and sandbag locations, is available on the Lake County website at lakecountyfl.gov/storm. Additionally, the Citizens Information Line, the CIL, Citizens Information Line will be open for calls from residents during the day and night, all throughout the night at 352-253-9999. That's 352-253-9999. As we are entering the impact phase of our response, residents should be finalizing their plans for the storm. Again, as I said earlier, the greatest areas of concern for Tropical Storm Nicole or Hurricane Nicole are flooding, tropical storm force winds. So again, we are asking all of our residents to plan accordingly. Did a wonderful job with Ian. We can do this again and get through this. Our team together with all the municipalities, all the cities, all 14 cities in Lake County, our community partners, we're working together right here at the EOC throughout this challenging storm. So at this point, I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Megan. Megan?
Good morning. As of right now, we are currently monitoring Tropical Storm Nicole. We are expecting to see impacts today. Those impacts we can expect to see throughout our county into this evening. That's going to be probably around the 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. mark. We're expecting to see strong tropical storm force winds, anything between 40 to 55 miles per hour. And that's going to last through to about Thursday evening. So about Thursday 8 p.m. is when we're expecting to see those conditions lift. At this time, we are expecting to open shelters. Those shelters should be open by 3 p.m. That's going to be 2 shelter locations. And those are going to be available to help residents who are special needs, as well. They are also going to be pet friendly. We're asking folks to make sure that you are enacting your plan, your personal or family plan, and make sure that you're going to be where you're going to be before we see those impacts from Tropical Storm Nicole. Just make sure that you're going to be in a site-built home or in one of our shelters before we start to see those tropical storm force winds come through the county, and stay there while the storm is ongoing. Don't come out, don't, get into those tropical storm conditions until after the storm has passed through the county and is no longer in the area. For post-storm, if you're thinking that you might want to go outside and see what's going on, just be careful. Make sure that you're not getting into any floodwaters if there are any in your area or near your home. And if there are any down power lines, fallen trees, try to stay away from those things because they can be unsafe. If you do have any unmet needs after the storm has passed, you can always call our Citizens Information Line. And just for the record, that number again is 352-253-9999. So that's what I have, and I'm going to hand it over to our Superintendent, Diane Carnegie.
Well, good morning. Just a quick update from Lake County Schools. All of our schools will be closed tomorrow. We were already closed on Friday for Veterans Day. We'll have a regular school day today. It is a Wednesday, and as is every Wednesday, our students do get out an hour early, which will be helpful in getting all of our students and staff home a little early and safe today. We are operating our after-school program today. That is our ELC program. It typically closes at 6 p.m., but we are urging parents to please pick your students up a little early today due to the increased timing of the winds. We're asking you to please pick your students up by 4 p.m. today. We'll be sending out notices to those parents, encouraging them if at all possible to please get their students early so that we can ensure that all of our students and our staff are home prior to the high wind arrival projected about 5 p.m. As was mentioned, we have 2 schools that are opened as shelters. That includes Umatilla Elementary School and Lost Lake Elementary School. Our partnership with the county and the Lake County Sheriff's Department allows for these shelters to operate and serve our community, and we are always grateful for that partnership. So stay safe, and we'll see all of our students back in school on Monday.
Hi there, Whitney Boylston with the Office of Animal Services. We're encouraging residents to include their pets in their emergency preparedness plans. So just as you would pack a bag for any member of your family, including your pet food, your pet's medications, a current picture of your pet is really important. If you're going to be sheltering with us at our pet-friendly location, please bring everything that you need for your pet, including some comfort items like toys and blankets that are going to help them to be a little bit less stressed out during the experience. And then post-storm, it's so important for you to have a current tag, update your microchip information so that in the unfortunate event that you get separated from your pet, that reunification can happen as quickly as possible. If you don't have time to run out and get a personalized engraved ID tag, you can always write your phone number in Sharpie along your pet's regular flat collar. So we look forward to weathering the storm safely with everyone, and take care of your pets out there.
Good morning. I'm going to go over a few safety issues. Again, traffic lights, if we have traffic signals that are out or flashing signal, treat them as a 4-way stop. Also, as far as candles over flashlights or flashlights over candles, you never want to have candles burning. Always have your flashlights ready. So this is a good time to prepare for that and make sure you have adequate battery. And then generator safety. This is one of the biggest pet peeves of mine. Make sure that if you are using a generator, it's over 20 feet away from the building, that it's not underneath any overhang or enclosures, that it's not on a porch, that it's facing away, the exhaust is facing away from any window. Also, if you're going to refuel it, shut the generator off before you refuel it for fire safety. And if you are using it, try to only use the extension cords for your essential appliances. Backfilling or backfeeding into the regular service for the house can be dangerous, especially when we're trying to restore power, as it can actually power the grid and delay that restoration. And that is all I have. Thank you.
Awesome, guys. So we're going to move into a question and answer segment of today's press conference. What I'd like you guys to do is, if you have a question, please direct it to one specific person so that they know who to come up to the podium, and please state your channel so that they know who you are as well. Okay? Thank you. Yeah.
Or garbage pickup?
Good question. Fred Schneider, garbage pickup, normal day today throughout the county. Tomorrow, the Heart of Florida landfill in Sumter County is closed, so there won't be any garbage pickup, recycling, or yard waste pickup tomorrow. That shifts to the next following day, and so Thursday will be on Friday, Friday will be on Saturday.
Any other questions?
Astor was hardest hit in the last storm.
what are you guys doing extra to help those folks out, or what should they be aware of?
So whenever we activate for any kind of storm-related emergency, we're always monitoring Astor and the St. Johns River. In this instance, it's no different. We're continuing to monitor the situation. We're working with our National Weather Service partners to make sure we have a good understanding of what the river levels are going to be, and we're doing risk communication to folks who live in those communities.
What are they telling you about what they expect at Astor?
As of right now, unfortunately, from the impacts that we're going to see from Hurricane or Tropical Storm Nicole, we are probably going to see some river rise. It's definitely going to slow the rivers from draining and the river levels from going lower, and we may see some river rise.
Do we have any idea from the National Weather Service how much rain we might get?
So we've been told about 3 to 4, maybe up to 8 inches of rainfall throughout the duration of the event.
One more. Do we know if this is going to be more of a wind event? Are we predicting more of a wind event than Ian even was?
We're going to see winds to between 45 and 55 miles per hour, with gusts up to 75 miles per hour. So it's going to be both a wind and a rain event. Since we are so saturated, this rainfall is not helping our situation, so it's really going to be hazards based on both situations.
What about all these campaign signs that are still out? Those things are going to be taken off, aren't they?
That I couldn't comment on. I couldn't tell you.
That would be up to the individual candidate.
Yeah, I would ask, I guess, because I'm elected, I would ask that if there's any candidate, that's a very good question, actually. If there's any candidate in Lake County that still has signs out, that you make every effort to get out there this morning and get all those signs, no matter how small or large they are. That is a good point. They could become a safety hazard, a missile within the wind, so to speak. So I would, again, ask any candidate to get out there as soon as possible and get those signs down.
Quick question on News 13. For folks who already have damage from Ian, what should they do to prepare for this storm? Is it different than any other storm, or should they do something different?
So it's not really different from any other storm. They just need to make sure that they're in a site-built home. So if they did have damage to their home from Ian, they may want to shelter with a friend, or they may want to consider going to one of our shelters that we have open today.
Thank you.
Any additional questions, you guys good?
Power companies, are they doing anything extra to get ready for this? You bringing anybody in from other counties or anything?
The question was about power companies?
Yeah.
So at this point, we do work directly with our power companies. We have representatives here at the EOC that we work with. They have not told us that they are planning to do that at this time.
Okay.
If folks have trouble transporting themselves to a shelter, is there any transportation accommodations?
Yes, we are actively reaching out, particularly to our special needs residents who are registered within our special needs registry, to provide transportation to those folks at this time. And if folks need transportation, they can always call our citizens information line.
Awesome, guys, if there's no additional questions, we'll go ahead and wrap up for the day. You can always email us if you have anything additional too. Thank you.
Thank you all. Appreciate it. Thanks again.